All right. Just 1 second, you guys. Okay. All right. So we are not on either one of my laptops right now. We are on my phone, um, using some of the equipment I used at CHA. And then I have the one laptop that I can see chat up on. So I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know why these computers are not working, but we will rock it on my phone as long as we can. So let's go ahead and get started. It's already recording. I'm going to keep chat up on the other screen, even though it's not really changing, so I can't really see it very well. It's going to be really hard for me to answer questions. It just is. There's no way I can fix that. Okay. Well, you're on my phone, Fran, so I will try to catch questions if I can. If it's a really important question, oh, well, we're using my phone, so nobody can really message me. But let's go ahead. We're going to wing a mini album today using the Betsy's Couture by Kaisercraft. Okay. Hi everyone, it's Ashley here with for Scrap-a-Dap-a-Doo Crafts, and we are going to be doing a mini album using Kaisercraft's Betsy's Couture collection, and we're also going to go over briefly the Pocket Pals that was talked about in chat. I did do one of the Pocket Pals this morning. They go super fast and super quick, so let's go ahead and get rolling with that. If you guys fall over or all of a sudden it just kind of clambers to the ground, I'm sorry. At least we're on. Okay, so, oops, well, I should have showed you guys that first. So, oy, oy, oy. Okay, so this is the Pocket Pals letter. They fit in a number 10 envelope. And that's the whole point of it. It's supposed to fit in a number 10 envelope. And to me, they are pen pal letters on steroids for crafters. I don't know. You'll see in just a second. It is essentially a pen pal letter, but in a different form, and I'll show you once we open it. So it does fit in the letter. It's not super thick. I have it fake addressed to my Pocket Pal. Everything's upside down. I'm sorry. Here we go. I don't know. Maybe that works. I don't know. But and then on the back I put washi tape, and then I sealed it with wax seal, and our last name's Heppenstall, so we've got an H for that. So let's go ahead and open it. So this is what you'd be getting in the mail from your Pocket Pal. And I inked the envelope and made it look all rustic. Okay, so here is the Pocket Pal thing. And they fold up, and I tied mine with some seam binding because, hey, you know, you're sending little bits and bobbles and pieces here. And so these go in a binder. These pages are baseball collector pages. They're for baseball cards. And that's the whole premise of this, I guess, is to use these ones. But I was thinking that it would be super cute that we could do the snap page inserts and just have like those little tiny, the 8x8 snap albums, and we could decorate the front, and we could send each other snap ones. Those should fit. I don't know. So this one is my page. It unfolds. Okay. So it unfolds. Is this upside down to you guys? I think it might be. I'm not too sure if it's upside down. Oh, I don't know why the color is black and white. It looks like color to me. We're just on my phone, you guys. I'm sorry. upside down. Maybe this way? Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, so I used some spare paper collection that I had left over from the mini map that we did. And so what you're supposed to do in this is, I don't know that you're supposed to put pictures, but I have got one of the little Instax cameras. So I put a picture and then I used one of the stickers and put Create Adventure on it. This is a travel one. And then I put my favorite tea up here. Down here where it says enjoy the journey is where I'll write 5 things that about me. And then behind this one in journey, I would put my pen pal letter. So there is a pen pal letter that goes in this. But you can put these in your folder, and then you have all of these, and people can use them for, you know, Project Life or whatever. You could do kind of like a Project Life thing. You put your own pictures in these. So here's my pen pal letter. I didn't write in it because I don't know who this is for, but I just folded it up, and it goes right behind here. And then this one here is just washi tape samples of the washi tape that I had on the outside of the envelope. And so they can now use that washi tape to make a pen pal letter and send somewhere else. So there's 3 of these little tiny tags with some washi tape on them. Okay. And then up here at the top, I've got my favorite tea, which I might have already said that. They can put a picture here and put the date right here. There's a little tag here with a clip. And then there's some more tags down here with a clip. That's sweetheart. And then in this one down here, in this one is a little like envelope type thing. And you know, they get to use these gold paper clips because gold is all the rage. Gold is all the rage. And inside here, I've put a whole bunch of little, oh geez, gold stars, just like on the front of this, the confetti. You know, you could put other things in here, tags, whatever you want. This is supposed to be a reflection of you. So, because you, oops, I just popped that off. Oops, and that one. I need to glue those better. There we go. Okay. So that's kind of what it is. So people were wondering, and I'm totally stoked about it. And then Markel, she's not a crafter, she's a DIYer, and she did 10 of these yesterday. And I used my scraps. I could probably do like another, at least easily 5. So. So that is a Pocket Pal letter. And so you can have a whole bunch of Pocket Pal friends, or you can have just one, and just, you know, it's really kind of cool. You'll get little pieces of scrap from certain paper collections, and then whatever embellishments they want to include, if any at all. I mean, you could totally do this however you want to do this. Like I said, it's supposed to be about you. So, any questions on this? And then it folds up and it just slips right back in the thing. Well, you, the person that's receiving this would obviously put it in their binder or their book. And you could just have a ton of these from all over the world with everybody's letters and personalities, and it would be super, super fun. So that's a Pocket Pal. Are you guys... Okay. Alexis. Alexis, thank you for coming to visit me.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Oh, she's sorry. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay. So now let's go ahead and wing a mini album. So if there's no questions on this, you guys can Facebook message me, but I really kind of want to get some Pocket Pals and and get going with a couple of these. I don't want an extraordinarily huge amount of Pocket Pals. They don't take very long, but I did start a Facebook page like 2 weeks ago called Postcard Pen Pals, and I love postcards. Those are the kind of letters that I just love to death, and so I wanted to travel the world through postcards. So it would totally be cute for classrooms to do. So I'm gonna do Pocket Pals, and then I'm also gonna do the postcards. So anyways, okay. I'm gonna scooch you guys back just a skidge so I don't knock you guys. Hopefully. Alright, so we're gonna use Betsy's Couture, and we're going to make an album. We'll probably finish the album next week, but we'll get started on it today. I have no idea what we're doing. We're winging it, people. We're winging it. It's going to be probably a mini album. We could do a mini album in a box. We could totally do that. So these are the two collections. So there's two different kinds of collections. There's this collection, which is Kaiser Craft. We went over this last week. You get 6 patterned 12 by 12 double-sided papers, 2 sheets of each design, and then there's the bonus sticker sheet, which is what this is right here. Okay. And then in the other collection, which is different, you get the papers. Oh geez. Oh geez. You get the papers, and then you get the cut-aparts. I don't know who's messaging me, but I can't see it because it's on my phone. And you guys need to hold on a second. I gotta get my phone charger. Oh, lordy, lordy. I don't know if I'm supposed to broadcast today. Holy kerschmolly. Problem after problem after problem. It's such a good day, too. All right. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. If you guys could see my desk right now. Okay. All right. We should be plugged in and ready to go. All right. Oh, Macklin. So if I'm saying something wrong, I don't know what that message was. I'm assuming it was probably from Carol or Barry. But this one has the cut-aparts, which are amazing. So we're going to go ahead and grab some chipboard and do this album up. And I had one of the Graphic 45 pre-made albums, but let's just go ahead. I haven't made an actual album in forever. So let's go ahead and do it. We already looked through the paper, so I'm not super worried about that. Any questions before we go? Hi, Angel. Hi, everybody that's on. Welcome to our moderators, Ms. Carol and Margaret Ann and Barry and Janny. And welcome to Miss Army Mom, Artsy Chick, very nice to you, Bev Baker, BG Oliver, BRW 13 stars, oh my goodness, Char 888, Cindy Lou, Cimella, which is Ella, DJD8, Eileen Newman, Fran, Jindy Lou, June, Ligamorph, L Nails, Margaret, Maureen, Miss Pris Mitz, North Seattle Donna, not that Martha, Pauline, Renee, Gwen, Scrap and Share, Sharon, Sheila, So Algal, Sophie, Susan, and then a ton of you streamers. Welcome, welcome. All right. Grab your chipboard. You can use whatever color you want. This is vintage, so I'm going to go ahead and use craft. You're not really going to see it anyways because I wrap my pages. So now you could do a 6x6, an 8x8, 6x8. Let's go ahead and set our paper aside, and then we'll look for our front cover for this. And then I also have the paper embellishments, but we won't need to get to those till next week because I don't even know where those are. So let's go ahead and make it 6 wide by 8 tall. That way you could take one 12 by 12 piece of chipboard and cut it in half. That way it's only going to take, well, you'll have to use some scraps. Okay, those are good. And then I'm going to make it 8 tall just because that looks like a good amount. It's hot in here. Okay, so our chipboard front and back covers are going to be 6 wide, 8 tall. There's a measurement for you. I'm going to pull out my chipboard scraps and see if I can't find a piece of scrap. Let's see, for my spine, which I can, because here we go. We'll cut that one down. That way I don't have to cut into another 12 by 12 piece. So it's going to need to be 8 tall, and that looks like a pretty good width, honestly. What is this? That's 2.5. Let's do 2 now. That's a pretty wide album. But we always embellish the tar out of it, and it always ends up super thick. Now let's do 2. So it needs to be, your spine needs to be 8 tall by 2 wide. We are crafting on the fly, people. Now let me find my edge that may or may not be super straight. Here we go. We'll use hidden hinge. That's what I always use. It's just kind of normal for me. Okay. That is obviously too tall. I don't know what I was thinking. There's 8. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so there's our front, back, and spine. Let's go ahead and look for our covers for our front and back in the paper. And I'm not going to be using any of the things that have cut aparts on them. Primarily because, ooh, that's pretty. I want it to be very shabby. Gosh, this would be so pretty for the outside, this dark blue. Oh my gosh, no. Here is the front cover with this lady. I wonder if I could get, because I don't want to cut any of these. So there's like a shadow kind of lady behind here. This is a nice blue, like a navy blue. And it says fashion there. So it needs to be 8 tall. But if I cut it, and I could cut like right there without actually cutting their heads off. The measurements for the front and back covers are 6 wide by 8 tall. Your spine is 2 wide by 8 tall. I think that's what we'll do. We'll use, oh, yeah. And then we'll use the other one, the other side, this side, for the back. That's what we'll do. So you have to use both to cover the front and back cover. Love it. I'm not even going to look at the other papers because I just love that. We're going to do that. And then on the inside, I want to use this right here. And you only need one of those. So you're going to need both of your 12 by 12 sheets for this one, for the front and back. And then you're going to need one of this one, which is a deep blue. It might look black to you. I'm not sure why it looks so dark to you guys. But there's nothing else I can do to fix that. We were on our phone. I don't know why it's looking black. I wonder if I... They're really, really pretty blues in real life, you guys. I'm not sure. Maybe it needs more light. I don't know if that helped at all. Okay. So, go ahead and play with that one real fast. I was hoping, so next week we'll finish this, and that'll give us time to get our stuff for our banner stuff. So, you're going to need to cut this an inch wider and taller. Well, hold on. Let's do our height first. So we're going to do 9 inches for our first cut. Oh, wait. Do I want to wrap that? Yes, 9 inches. Just from the bottom, okay? Wait. It's our hand. Take your paper. I'm sorry, you guys. Cut 1/2 inch off the top. Now put it at 9 inches. And cut. Okay, perfect. That's what I want. Okay, so that's what's going to be on our front. This is what's going to be on our front cover. Okay. So our width, you can do at 6 wide. You can do your width at 6 wide. And I'll show you why. So you actually only need one of these papers. We'll just do it that way. So when we go to put this on, we're going to give ourselves a 1/2 inch. And so there'll be a 1/2 inch showing on this side, but our spine is going to cover that. Okay? So let's go ahead and grab our 1/2 inch score tape. That's how I measure everything. It makes it line up so much easier. And I always start with my tops and bottoms first. And I have found, just from doing this, that in the center, it is very important to make sure that you have tape there as well. Not just around the edges. And I'm going to use my score tape for putting on paper around the edges. Let's go ahead and grab our 1 inch. It just helps with any bubbling and stuff like that that may or may not happen, to just give it a good adhering to your adhesion. That's maybe a word. An adhesion to your thing. Adhesion to your thing, people. That's how we do it. So you're going to be able to, so here's your front cover. By doing the 1/2 inch around, you're going to be able to set your chipboard within your border of your tape, and that lines everything up for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull off this middle stuff and the inside where the spine would be tape. So this side. Okay. Gosh, I have never had so much struggle to get on Ustream before in my entire life of Ustreaming. That was probably the absolute worst that we've ever had. That's so weird. I mean, it is really stormy and rainy here, but shoot, that shouldn't matter. So let's go ahead and set our chipboard right inside of this, just like so. And then, of course, we're going to burnish it. So here's our front cover. In actuality, it's going to look upside down to you guys, but I got to keep myself on the straight side of things. I'm going to give it a good burnish. Okay. Let me get the other one on real fast. Okay, so here's our back page. And you're going to be doing the same thing with the back. Here's my 1/2 inch. Here it is. So I'm totally game for some Pocket Pals. That's what Pocket Pals are. I need a Pocket Pal. I think it'll be super cute. I'm totally game for some postcard pals too. Postcard pen pals. I need a couple of those as well. I just want to have my bulletins full of postcards from all over the world. All over the world. I will send them. I mean, that's the beauty of the Pocket Pals. Is this it's like a regular envelope, and they're not heavy at all. It's just like a bulky letter. That's it. And then, so yes, so when you're making these, you got to take in mind about your metals and stuff that you're embellishing them with. Make sure they're not, you know, super heavy. But that's the beauty of postcards. It doesn't cost a lot to send a postcard anywhere in the world. Hi, Bunny. Welcome to anybody else that's come in while we've been crafting along. Totally sweating my bum off. Okay, so this needs to be at the top. And it's gonna go like so. Okay. I was just getting my lineup of how it's going to go, just so I make sure nothing's upside down. So things might look upside down to you guys here at this very second, but I'll fix that when I need to show you guys. I have like my phone going, 2 laptops going, and the big studio light behind me, and oh goodness, it's like sauna in here. All right, here's our back. All right, so let's go ahead and miter our corners and start wrapping. I'm going to use the 1.25. No, yes, no. Which one am I going to use? Yeah, 1.25. I like doing my top and bottom first for some reason. That's just me. You can do it however you want. But you need to do the mirror image of whatever side you do. So if you do the top, you have to do the bottom next. And I'm talking about folding them over. Just like so. I mean, you don't need to. You could do whatever you wanted, but it would be advisable. And I'm using extra heavyweight chipboard from the store. That's what I'm using. That's what I have in major supply of. It was funny. Carol told me that the lady that helps her asked me if I was eating the chipboard because I was going through it so fast. That's back when we were building. Like we had project after build project. It was the tower. Oh my gosh. That took a lot of chipboard. And then the dugout and the doghouse. I'm trying to remember what else our build projects were. Oh. Okay. All right. So we've got our front cover done. Oh gosh, look at that. Okay, so here's our spine side. I love it. I don't even know if you guys can see it. It's a nice navy blue on the front. So let's do our back. I'm going to figure out after class today why I can see Ustream. It's going right now on my computer, but why I can't broadcast. It's kind of annoying from my computer. Because then I would have Zoom controls and I could see chat and all the luxuries. You guys would have better coloring. I can see what the color looks like. For goodness sake. Oh, for goodness sake. It was nice to see my sister, though. They live a couple hours away, so they were up here looking for camping spots, apparently, this summer. Said you should have came up yesterday. I could have took you to a few of them. Ones that people don't know about. Those are the best. Get a nice tight fold. Nice good creasing and burnishing. That is the key. I can't see the rest of your sentence about March being the snowiest month, Jenny, but because that's on my phone. But we usually have, a good 3 to 5 feet of snow. We're a ski resort town, and we haven't had snow for a month and a half. It's been crazy. Like, I don't even know if we're going to be able to go camping this year. Because they put fire bans on and everything. I mean, you can't camp without a fire. What kind of craziness is that? Okay. So we've got our front and back wrapped and ready to roll. Let's pick our spine. And I think our spine is going to be the same color as I'm going to use on the inside, which is this nice dark blue. Because it matches really well with her dress. So let's go ahead. I'm going to border punch it. I'll go ahead and use one of the Martha Stewart punches. They're my favorite because I love them. I'm going to use the doily one because it's really shabby chic, kind of vintage, doily-ish. That doesn't even make sense. Vintage doily-ish. Okay. We'll use that one. So all of our dies and stuff that we use in class are pretty much stable, so FYI for everyone. Okay, so we have a 2-inch spine, 1/2-inch gap on either side. Plus there's going to be about 1/8 of an inch just in leverage of building it. So we're already at 2 3/4 just to cover the necessary spots. Plus I want to create the doily border. So let's go ahead and cut it at 3 3/4 wide, which is an additional inch. And we'll go from there. So 3 3/4 wide by 9 tall. Or you can do 10 tall, it's up to you. The height is just for the wrapping over on the book. That didn't make any sense. So the height would be for wrapping over, okay? So, I mean, you have to have some leeway between your chipboard pieces, at least, I would say, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, honestly. Give it a good, you know, I just stick one of these in between them. That's what I do, you know, to get your width. I would actually even say 4. Now that I'm looking at it on my thing. 2, 3, 4. Let's cut it 4 wide. I'm sorry I'm changing measurements, but we're winging it. So for the paper piece, it is going to be 4 wide by 9 tall. Decision made. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what essentially it would look like with this blue here. Squish it to where it's supposed to be. There we go. I don't know. That's awful tight on the coverage there, but I love it. I love that coloring together with that blue. It's just beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and punch this, and we're going to see what our border looks like. We might have to adjust the actual width from 4 to like 4 1/4, but we'll take a look, see. We're winging it, people. That's what we do. On days when we're waiting for customs to release our paper so we can do the projects that we actually had planned. You know, I was thinking how utterly ironic it is that I actually got to go to CHA this year. I'm on the design team, totally broadcasting for Scrap Crafts. So we went down there on purpose to plan out our projects, and we totally have them planned. The time where we totally have them planned, and we can't do them. I was like, how funny is that? I thought it was pretty funny, personally. I thought it was stinking hilarious. I was like, we're ahead of the game. We know what we're doing. Nope. So again, we will wing it. We're good at winging it. You guys just love to hang out and craft and create and chat. That's the whole purpose. Oh yes, I've seen some of the ATC cards come through on the page. They look beautiful. Just saying. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put 1/2 inch at the top and a 1/2 inch at the bottom, because that's going to allow us to line up our inside chipboard piece height-wise. And I will use some wet glue on, where's my scissors? On the doily part. You could run 1/4 inch score tape too, that probably wouldn't be too bad, but I'm going to use wet glue. So again, we might be adjusting our spine width. We shall see. It needs to be at least there. The paper width for our spine. I'm just looking. Don't mind me. No, I think we'll be okay. We'll see. Let's go ahead and cover our 2-inch spine with some tape so we can adhere it down. So I'm going to remove the back, and I'm kind of going to just eyeball it to put it in between. Just make sure you give the same amount of room on the left and the right of your spine. I'm actually going to do it sideways. I'm going to line it up so I have 2 inches on my grid bar right here where I want it. 2 3/4. There we go. 5/8. Okay. I'm just going to butt it up against that top tape as we used it to line everything up. Perfect. So I have roughly about the same amount on each side. Perfect. Absolutely swimmingly that went. Okay. I'm going to use walnut stain to ink with for this project. So I'm going to go ahead and ink my wraparound pieces. And then I'm going to, because I'm afraid that it might be slightly short, I'm going to ink on the chipboard here. I don't know that it's going to be slightly short, but we should see. Ooh, kind of, it's questionable. Okay, so we did what, a 4-inch wide spine piece. If you don't, it's really kind of questionable. I'm not going to joke here. So if you don't want to be that cutting it close, I would do 4.5. It's always good to give yourself more, and I didn't, so my bad. I'm just going to run some tape here. So that's our gap that we're going to leave between the pages, so it has a nice folding transition. This paper's not super thick, so we should be good. Okay. I'm going to ink the outside spine right here. I'm going to ink it to a walnut stain. You guys are going to shake a little bit because you're sitting on my desk. I'm not going to redo this. Okay. Grab a baby wipe. Clean that off my bill. So stuff I need to see what I pull up off my mat. I need a new mat. This one's been here for a couple of years now. I got stuff all over it. All over it. Okay, so I'm just going to tentatively remove one of the sides of this and line it up. So when you do your spine, put it at 4.5. That is not going to work for me. Hang on, you guys. That's not going to work for me. It's not how I would like it to be. It's too close for comfort. So your spine paper piece needs to be 4.5. I'm going to cut 2.5 pieces, 2.5 inch wide by 8 tall pieces out of the other piece of scrap that we had for our spine. And I'm going to use the reverse, and we're going to give it some more dimension. Just because that is bugging the tar out of me. I'm going to add that on and wrap it around. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to border punch this one too. Should I border punch it? It kind of look cute, not border punched. This is what happens when you wing it. That's okay. Or, you know, just cut it as big as you need it. And you don't even necessarily need to do 2.5. But I went big because I didn't want to run out. Okay. Great. So if you cut your paper bigger, you won't have to do this, but I think I might actually end up liking this, so we're going to see here. This way. You need to make sure that you put this on straight, though. That's the only thing. You definitely don't want this crooked on your front page. There we go. Perfect. I'm just going to wrap it around the back. No biggie. And the top is going to be covered, so don't worry about that. Okay. There's our spine. There we go. Oh, it's going to look pretty. Oh, I love it. Here we go. Yeah, I like how that turned out. And so you could do like a double punch and put doily there if you want, but I like the straight. I like how it looks. Okay. Well, that's just fixing a problem. If you cut your paper properly, you won't have this problem. So let me do the back one, and then we can move on to the inside, front cover, and scoring for our pages, because we're going to use Hidden Hinge. And then next week, we'll just make the pages and put them in. Super easy. And we'll use all the tags and some of the other embellishments for this collection. Yeah, when you mess up, there's always a solution. You just gotta think about it. And hey, I'm not perfect. I'm all about messing up on live air or on live streaming. That's how I roll. Okay, my screen went black. Not my phone, my other one. Are you guys still there? Okay, good. Maybe we should just broadcast from my phone. Oh, I need to ink this. Yeah, my screen on my computer went black because I'm watching myself. That's so weird. I've never actually watched myself broadcast ever. So weird. Okay. How do I have these ones? I'm gonna make sure that they're going the same direction. Okay. There we go. And then we'll put this one on and our cover enough, it'll be done. I'll have to glue down the lace, but it's no biggie. Oh, I love it. So pretty. Well, that's fine. Okay, now I'm going to fold up the tops and the bottoms of this, and I like to do that because I like the inside paper to cover those. You can do it however you particularly want to do it, but this is how I like to do it. So that's how I'll do it. Okay. And this paper, like I said, is not super thick, so it's folding quite nicely. And then you just kind of need to crease your folds. Don't press super hard. You don't want to bust your paper. But there we go. Just crease them. Okay. And once you put the middle stuff, it'll all be perfect. But this is how we typically do, or this is how I typically do mini albums. I can't say we as in everybody else, but our front and back cover are opening and folding quite nicely. There's no stiffness to it. Look how stinking adorable is that? Totally love that. I love how that turned out. My mistake made it better, in my opinion. So let me turn it right side for you guys. Okay. We're going to make this very vintage. We're going to pull out metals and everything when we go next week to embellish it. But let's cover the inside and create our hidden hinge thing for it. Our hidden hinge thing for it. So what'll end up happening more than likely is that I will cover these and then the spine, and then I put the hidden hinge on top of it. That's just how I do it. So you guys can do it however you learned it, but this is how I do it. So let's find our inside cover page. Oh God, look at this, so beautiful. Look at that. It's a blue, but it's got the gorgeous flowers. We're saving these. We're gonna fussy cut some of these ladies. I don't know if Wendy's here or not. She probably just had a heart attack. Okay. This is one of the cut aparts that, let me see here. I don't want to use any of the cut aparts if I don't have to. So I just want to see how busy this green with the blue is. This will have about 1/8 of an inch. I don't know if I like that one. I don't like that one. I want a darker. I don't want to use any of the light ones. What's this brown look like? This is one of the doll head ones. There's the covering to this will be here too. Yeah, sorry, Martha, I'm on my phone because both of my laptops wouldn't allow me to broadcast from them. I don't know what the problem is, but my phone did, so we're here. Colors are a bit off. I'll hopefully have the problem fixed for next week. I don't know, kind of leaning towards the green. You guys can't really see the colors very well, but someone keeps messaging me. Got it. Let's see. And there's also this blue here, which we used on the outside. So this is the flip side to the front and back. It's a blue. What do you guys think? I kind of like the green. I think that this is too much. It's the same thing, but just different. I don't like that. Now that I look at it, I don't like it. So I'm going to go with the green. Okay. So for this one, I want a 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So our thing's 8 high, so we would cut it at 7 3/4 tall by, what's our width? 6. So 5 7/4 wide. So let me do my height. I'm going to do that for the front and for the back. Our height is 8. We need an 1/8 of an inch all the way around for the top. So 7 3/4. Save your scraps. And our width is 6, so we need 5 3/4. We need 2 of them. I'm doing math on the fly here, people. So these will be our inside covers of our sheet. But we're going to cover the middle real quick. As well. Okay. I like that. I like that green. So let me ink these really fast. And like I said, like I said before, I'm inking in walnut. I really want a really vintage look to this. I'm just inking. I don't want to ink over it because I need to change the little ink pad on my thing, and I didn't do that. So I don't want to get those little ink gloobers on the paper. Okay, so that's inked. And now I'm just going to grab a piece of paper, probably black, because our fold's going to be black as well for the center. I'm going to measure it. This paper right here wouldn't normally be here if I hadn't messed up, so beware. Four wide by 7.5 tall. So 4 wide by 7.5 tall. Of whatever paper you're going to end up using. So it wouldn't be this actual thick, but there's nothing I can do about that. I broke it. You hate doing things like this next time I'm sticking to white. What are you doing, Martha? Yowza. And so you're just going to adhere it in the middle right here. I'm going to put tape on both sides. And it's going to get covered. You're not going to see it except for in the middle. So it's a no worry situation. It totally looks just fine. Ta-da! So even through our mess up, we've managed. So, let me grab my, so you can use your liquid or whatever you want to use. Now I'm just taking my inside paper. I know this seems like a ton, but like I said, I messed up. I can tell you this though, this is probably going to be one of the strongest books I've built with all the paper and tape that's holding it together. So I'm hoping not next week, but the following week, one, that our stuff's in. But if it's not, in the event that it's not, we are going to be able to do the traveler's notebooks. So in the event that it's not, that's what we're going to be doing. Oh, I didn't finish that. The inside is, I don't know who keeps messaging me. Inside, are you talking about the inside spine is 4 wide by 7.5 tall. And so I've removed the tape at the top and the bottom and in the middle, and then we'll work with this stuff. Oh, here, let's move this tape too. I'll remove this tape last. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. You need an at least a quarter at the top and the bottom. This one you can, seriously, you can eyeball this. It gets covered. You're not, as long as your top and the bottom is fine, at least 3/8 of an inch, or at least 1/4 of an inch, you're good. Okay. I'm just gonna, oh, I don't do that. Fold that in, just like so. Did I remove the, I didn't remove the tape. I wonder it's not sticking. Such a dork. I'm like, it's not sticking, it's bubbling. There we go. Perfect. Dun, da, da, da. Remove the tape over here. I cut the inside here with, I was pressing too hard. It's okay though, you'll be able to see it. Work the crevice. So what you see as far as paper in your crevice is how it is, and it's very nice. It's not stiff, it's not, we've got plenty of room. I love it. Get that paper down in there. Just like so. Look at that. I love it. Turned out super cute. So let's put our paper on the inside, and then we'll do our folds for our flaps for the pages, and then we'll do pages next week. And we're gonna keep it pretty simple but elegant. So let me put the tape on our inside covers. Yeah, I'm winging a mini album. Well, I didn't have enough paper to do it twice, and to get it here in time would have been hard. So we can wing it. I don't need 2 of the same mini album. Who needs 2? Thanks, Carol. So I'm just putting tape around the outside, and then I'll put the 1/2 inch on the inside. This is just a cover, so I mean, you don't need to go crazy with the tape. I'm going to, because that's how I roll. But you don't need to. You can use your liquid glue, whatever you want to use. It's up to you. That there, and this one there. It is hotter than Hades in my room. Oh my gosh, I got 2 computers. The heat is probably at like 90. Oh. Okay, so let's go ahead and burnish these. Hi, Gay. Let's do our top and our bottom. Or actually, you know what? Let's peel one of the sides away, and then we'll pull the other tape. This is just in case you get it all wonky, that you can fix it. I need to figure out. Okay, so it goes this way. So line up your edges. And then press this taped side down. And then you can remove your tape. So now you have a nice even edge all the way around, and it's not all jacked up. So next week we'll do the pages, and I'll give you guys the dimensions and stuff for those, but I will more than likely have the actual pages made prior to class. That way we can embellish. We'll make 1 or 2 in class, but I'll have the rest made, just so we can get it done next week, which it shouldn't be a problem. This is going to be a very simple, like I said, clean, elegant mini album. There'll just be lots of tags and pockets and some embellishing going on. Okay. Put some tape on this one. And then you can also decide, so our album's 8, and you can also decide how big you want your pages and so on and so forth. That's kind of up to you. Well, you know, in the grand scheme of things. I'll probably make it about 7.5, probably about 7.5, which I think is the height of this middle piece, which it is. So the middle, the hidden hinge will probably be 7.5 tall, and then we're gonna see how many pages we can fit in it. I'm gonna leave about 1/4 of an inch, so we'll probably do about 6 pages or so. I think 6 is usually pretty good for these albums, especially if you want to embellish. You could probably fit 8. If you're doing 1/4 inch, you could fit 8 because our spine's 2 inches. So, I mean, you could go wall to wall. But we're not going to do that. We'll do 6. Hi, Cajun. Welcome. I don't know if you just got here or what the deal is. So let's go ahead and take off the one piece. And we're going to go ahead and eyeball it and make it all nice and straight. And 1/4 of an inch all the way around. Stick it down. Pull off our tape. We're not doing too bad on time. We'll have the hidden hinge in here shortly, and that's where we'll stop for the day. Having gotten on a half-hour late, cheese and rice. So for winging it, it only took us 1.5 hours technically to build it. Come on. There we go. Press that down. Okay. Love it. Oh, beautiful. So this is a nice green. You guys can't tell that on screen. Nice blues. I love it. I love how it turned out. And we've got our black spine center. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I know, Patty's babies, or is it grandbaby Patty? It's adorable. Little boy. I think it was what it was, little boy. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our hidden hinge. I'm going to work the spine a little bit. I want these to stay closed. Yay. Okay. Let's grab our scoreboard. Well, let's grab our cutting tool first. I'm going to close this. Let's grab some black paper and use this right here. And we are going to do 7.5 tall. That's what our pages will be. Did I say 7.5? Yes, 7.5. 7.5 tall. I'm going to go ahead and keep the width for right now, just so I can do this. This is how I normally do it anyhow. So now we're going to have 1/4 inch gussets, or you can do 3/8 of an inch. Like I said, I don't plan on embellishing really thick embellishments. I just like since the new year, I've wanted to keep things simple. And so we're going to do 1/4 inch. You can do 3/8 inch hinges and 1/4 inch in between. So I'm going to grab a pen so I can write this down in a piece of paper. Now I cannot see chat because I'm standing, so I can score. So you guys will have to bear with me. All right, Sharpie. I'll use a Sharpie. There you go. Where is my, here we are. I really do not like using this one. Okay. So I'm going to score it 1/4 inch. Then we're going to score at 5/8 of an inch. Oops, 1/4, Ash. 1/4, 5/8. 2, 3, 1 inch. So that's our first page. 1 1/4. Five-eighths of an inch. And 2. That's our second page. 1 5/8 and 2. 2 1/4. 2 5/8. 3. That's our third page. 3 1/4. There's a pattern, people. I love it when there's a pattern. 3 1/4, or yeah, 3 1/4. 3 5/8. And 4. So 1, 2, 3. That's our fourth page. 4 1/4. 4 5/8. 5. 5 1/4. 5 5/8. So 5 5/8. And 6. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's our 6 hinges, and then 6 1/4. So 5 5/8, 6, and then 6 1/4. Okay. Scoring measurements are, get your pen and paper if you're making this. Scoring measurements are 1/4 of an inch, 5/8 of an inch, 1 inch, 1 1/4, 1 5/8, 2, 2 1/4, 2 5/8, 3, 3 1/4, 3 5/8, 4, 4 1/4, 4 5/8, 5, 5 1/4, 5 5/8, 6, and then 6 1/4. And at 6 1/4, that's where you're going to cut. So this piece of paper right here, so this edge, I'm going to cut that off. Right there along that fold. I always leave it longer, that way I can just mess around later with it. It won't actually be 6 1/4 on your, well, it might be. You'll be able to hopefully see it with your guide wire. It's black paper though. Yeah, it'll be about 6 1/4. Okay. Be about 6 1/4 wide. So we have 7.5 tall by roughly 6 1/4 wide, but I like to score it and then cut it for the width. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take some tape, as soon as I can find it. I'm going to take my 1/4 inch tape. Now you can always use 3 inches, it's 3/8 of an inch, it's up to you. But I'm going to put it where the pages would meet. Oh geez, oh yoy. That was nice and wonky of me. This is how I like to do. I like to tape first and do my stuff. So that one will glue to that one. I just put tape on one side per page because you only need tape on one side. Pages aren't heavy. Oh, do I have one sitting right there? How convenient is that? I've got to go dig. Okay. So I'm just going to start folding them. This one's going to be a little slightly wonky because of my mess up. And I just actually worry about the actual, or I just actually fold the crease in between where the actual hinges are, and that helps me fold the thing. You don't have to fold every line. We're going to miter our ends as well, and then we'll put this in, and we'll be ready for next week's pages. So not too bad for a winged mini album. I only messed up once, but we fixed it. Not too bad. It's actually kind of fun. I'm just doing a standard mini album. Okay, got all of our folds. I'm gonna go ahead and remove some tape. Okay. Fold it both directions, that way you have good range with your hinges. Go. This way, and this way. Okay, all 6 pages ready to be put on there. You're gonna have to miter your corners. So let's go ahead and do that. These are just random miters. Doesn't truly matter. Just cut the tip right off for those that don't know. Let's do this side. One more. Okay. We need to put some tape right down the center of it. And then we will be done. We'll put it in and then we'll be done. Gotta get my hinges going all in the same direction so I can line this up. And you can use your wet glue, of course, for this. It's up to you. I like score tape because I don't have to wait for it to dry. I'm just lazy, that's all. Okay, do this side. Get all of these going the other direction. And yes, I have tape overhang, but that's okay. I'm just going to cut it off. There we go. Just like that. There you go. And burnish this tape on there. Give it a really good burnish. This is what's holding your pages to your spine. Okay. Let's work our flaps. There we go. I've got nice flaps and I'm splitting it right down the middle just so I have perfect aligning. Now when I go to do this, I'm just going to remove some tape from the very top because if something gets all kinds of wonky, I can at least have a better chance of not wrecking the entire album. So where's my tape? Okay, I'm going to line this up where I think I want it. And it almost just about covers the whole width. Okay. Ta-da! So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go in and use my finger and press really hard in between each of the pages. We've got 1/4 of an inch in between pages with a 3/8 of an inch flap for our pages to sit on, which is a nice, good, deep flap, and it's very movable. Okay. Any questions? So that is the inside. We will be putting our pages on next week. Here's and it's all the same height, so it doesn't matter. Here's the front. Okay. There's the front, and you're going to open it up, and your pages will be sitting in here. And you got your inside, and then your back. So this is the Kaiser Crafts Betsy's Couture collection. It is a very vintage, shabby chic collection. I love, love, love it. So, hold on, guys. Oh, geez. Nope. Okay. Now I can see chat. Yay. Well, kind of can see chat. Oh, here they are. Okay. All right. Any questions? It's not too bad for us winging it. I'm proud of it. I love it. And then we'll do the pages next week. And it lays pretty much flat, and it's got a nice inside outside. So I know, great wing it class. Should do these every once in a while. So I can get, like I said, I'll have some of the pages ready for next week, and we'll build 1 or 2 in class just so you guys know how it's going, or how the pages are built, and then we'll just put them in and decorate them. Thanks, Patty. I love those ladies, and I love the fact that there's the shadowed one. I don't know if you guys can see it. I love the shadowed one. So. Any questions? Bye, everyone. Have a great day.